Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome to my channel. My name is Brooke and today I'll be doing a book haul. So first things first, I've been gone for a very long time, probably over a year. I got moved out of my dorm because of COVID, and then I just didn't have a place to film with my family because I was in the basement and it wasn't the greatest lighting. Also, if you hear meowing in the back, just know that that is my cat. She is very vocal. I have about 20 books here to haul, so let's just get right into it. These are also in no particular order of when I purchased them. I'm just going based off what's on the top of the pile. The first book I bought is Kim Ji-young, born 1982 by Cho Nam-ju. If I pronounced that wrong, any of it wrong, I apologize. So I purposely bought this book because Namjoon from BTS read it and he recommended it, so I thought, why not read some of his selection? That's why there's a few of these books here. There's about 5 that I got specifically for that. From what I got, this book is about just a girl that was born into a family that wanted a boy. I'm not really sure exactly what else is in it, but it sounded interesting enough. The second book I got is called Almond by Wang Pian-son. I'm also again sorry if I mispronounced that. This book is about a boy that has a brain condition that makes him have a hard time feeling emotions like fear and anger. He ends up becoming friends with a boy that feels too much, is what I get from it. I'm not 100% sure if that is a very accurate representation of what the book is actually about, but it's what I got out of it and it sounded interesting. And we just take a moment to appreciate the cover. It is adorable and I am literally obsessed with it. The next book I got is Me Before You by Jojo Moyes. I also got this because Namjoon requested it, but it is pretty much about a girl that becomes a caretaker for a paralyzed man and they fall in love essentially. I decided to read this book even though I watched the movie already because I find that the books are oftentimes better than the movie just because there's more information, there's more description and stuff. The next book I bought was We Are Liars by E. Lockhart. I bought this book because my friend honestly said that it was apparently like messes with your head, and honestly I've already read it and I read it in 2 days. My roommate read it in a day. And it just honestly, the ending, I was mind boggled by the end of it. I had no words. I couldn't even describe the feelings I was feeling because of this book. The next book that I bought honestly caught my eye because of the cover. The cover was really, really pretty. So the next book is The Phone Booth at the End of the World by Laura May Massin. I'm also sorry if I pronounced that wrong. I'm really bad with names. It's about a girl that lost her mom and her daughter in a tsunami, and this guy has a phone booth that he claims you can speak to those family members that you have lost. This book is based on true events, so I thought it was really cool. The cover is really, really pretty, and it sounds like it'd be a really interesting read. The next 2 books I'm gonna do together. So I got Blood and Honey by Shelby Maureen. Again, sorry if I'm saying that wrong. And God and Monsters by her as well, because I read Serpent and Dove already and I fell in love with it, so I decided to go ahead and pick up the 2 other volumes that she has. The series is about a witch hunter that falls in love with a witch. If you haven't read it already, it's honestly the first book is really, really good. I enjoyed it a lot more than I actually thought I would because I'm not generally into that genre of books. The next book I got was Billy Summers by Stephen King. It's about a man that they hire to kill others, and his only rule is that the person has to be a bad person. He won't kill innocent people, and he won't kill people that aren't bad. I honestly picked this book up because Kevin from The Boys was reading it and I had seen it multiple times in the bookstore, so I decided I might as well just get it and see what it's all about. And it honestly sounds like it's going to be really interesting, and it's something that I think I would rather enjoy reading. The next 3 books I actually got from Indigo in their, I don't remember what they called it, but they wrapped the books in paper so you couldn't see them, and I bought 3 books at a time, and they just give you a little prompt and then you choose the bundle of books you want based off that, and you don't know what they are until you've purchased them and opened them. So the first book in that bundle was Finding Felix. It's essentially about this girl, and her grandmother is in the hospital on her deathbed, and her grandma's biggest fear is her not finding love. So she decides to tell her grandma that she's in love with her best friend, who she hasn't talked to in 15 years. And that all backfires on her when her grandma recovers unexpectedly, and she has to decide whether or not she wants to invite Felix to the wedding that is happening, or if she wants to admit to her grandmother that she lied to her. So it's a friends to lovers book, and I'm really excited, and it looks really, really cute. The next one that was in that bundle is When You Were Mine by Lisa Swift. This book is about two people that had a one-night stand and had a baby out of it, and the one guy is actually gay, and the girl, Maggie, is a relationship counselor, and essentially a bunch of stuff comes up from the past, and I'm not exactly sure what else it is about. I've never heard about this book before I got it in this little package thing, but it sounds cool and it looks really cute, and I think it's going to be a really good read. The next book I got that came from that package as well is Breathless by Celeste Bradley and Susan Donovan, and it's about this lady that studies art, and she's trying to get to this artist's piece that's in Paris before this other man does, and I think they fall in love, so it's kind of an enemies to lovers kind of thing. And honestly, it sounded really cool as well. I was pleasantly surprised with the 3 books that they chose, and they all sound really, really interesting to me, so I'm excited to read these. The next book I got was also because of Namjoon. It also sounded really cool to me, so I got Please Look After Mom by Kyung-Suk Shin, and it's about this family that they lose their mom in the train station, and it's just about the family trying to like figure out how to go about finding her, and I believe a bunch of like stuff gets brought up from the past that they didn't know about. So it's a very interesting read, and I think it's gonna be really good once I finish it. I am honestly not that far, and I'm 20 pages in. The writing style is a little funny, but it is good so far. The next book I got is Shadow and Bones by Leigh Bardugo. Honestly, could not tell you a thing about this book. As you can tell, I started reading it, but I only got 4 pages in so far. They're at orphanage. I believe it has something to do with magic. I had heard about it on BookTube quite often, and then I also did see it on TikTok, so I decided to like pick it up and see what it's all about. I know a few people that have read it that have really, really loved it, so I decided why not, and let's see how I feel about it. The next book I got was Night House by Leigh Bardugo as well. It's about a girl that joins secret society at Yale, and she has the power to speak to the dead, I believe. I'm also not exactly sure exactly what this is about. I've seen it around BookTube also, and I'm also only at 22 pages in. I'm really bad at starting books and picking up another one and then picking up another one, and then I end up with like 7 books that I'm trying to read at the same time. I'll probably stop and start again with a few of them, or like take a break from one and finish it and then continue with the rest. The next book I got is also another RM recommendation. It is Metamorphosis by Franz Kafka. It's essentially about a man that gets turned into a bug. He wakes up and is turned into a bug, and it's just about feeling alienated, and it sounded interesting. It's a novella, so it's really short. It's only about 100 pages, so I thought might as well try and see what it's all about. It sounded kind of interesting, and it's not something I would usually pick up, but I think I might actually be surprised with it when I'm finished reading it. Now, the next book I got is When We Collide by Emery Lord. I had seen this book in high school. I think I was like probably in grade 9, so I was like 7 years ago or something like that. And it looked kind of cute, so I thought I might as well try to read it. I've been thinking about buying it for so long. And then when I saw it, I was like, you know what, it's been 7 years since I've decided that I wanted to buy this book eventually, so I might as well get it and read it. And it's about 2 teens that fall in love in their high school romance and all that jazz. But I think it'll be a really good read. It sounds really cute, and I should be able to read it pretty quickly. The next book I got is actually a manga. a manga. Please don't come for me the way I say that. I know you can say it both ways, but I know people are very opinionated on how you say it. But it is Erased by Kiya Sanbei. It's essentially about this man that when he was about 10, a classmate of his was murdered, and he goes back in time. He gets thrown back in time to try and stop the murders from happening. I watched the anime of it and decided that I would pick up the books. Honestly, it's pretty similar, but this is the second volume. I've already read the first, but I decided that I wanted to get them anyway because they sounded interesting. Although I'm having trouble finding the rest of the editions now, so I'm not exactly sure what happened there, but I'm sure I'll find them eventually. The next two books are from the Mortal Instruments series. I got City of Ash by Cassandra Clare and City of Glass by Cassandra Clare, and it's essentially about these shadow hunters. They hunt demons, and in the first book, Clary doesn't know that she is a shadow hunter because her mom hid it from her, and essentially these books are her trying to find her mom again because she was kidnapped and try to bring her back. I've read the first two books and I'm starting the third, but I'm kind of at a little bit of a reading block for that one. I think I've read too much all at once of one series, so I've been reading things in between to try and stop that from actually happening and keeping myself in a groove for reading. The next book I got is Marked by PC Cast and Kristen Cast. I read this book in grade 6, I believe. I honestly just bought it in an attempt to bring back nostalgia because I love when I read stuff or hear things and it makes me think of like the old times, you know. So it's essentially about, I'm pretty sure it's about a vampire school. I don't know anything else about it. I didn't actually finish reading it when I was in grade 6. Decided that I'd pick it up and see what it's all about. I know I've heard people talk about them. I'm not sure what people's thoughts are on them, so I decided to read it anyway. And last but not least, I got The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. This book has a funny kind of story to it. I had ordered the book from Indigo, but I had moved and it didn't get to my hometown house before I moved. So when I went back for a family event, I picked it up, but when I grabbed the box, it was empty. Like, it was wrapped in one of like the Canada Post bags saying, sorry, your thing was like damaged. And I understand I don't have like, you know, worked at a Canada Post location for a little bit and dealt with mail and stuff, so I get that like it's not their fault, but like the book wasn't in the box. They literally just closed the box, like the Indigo box, like the seal had come off, closed it and gave it to me. So I went out and bought the book again because I wanted to see what it was like. I haven't read it before. I have never been interested in The Hobbit or Lord of the Rings, but I thought I'd give it a go because one of my friends is really into it, and I thought that maybe if I read it, I'd have something to talk to her about. And she had somebody that she could talk to about The Hobbit because she doesn't know that many people that have actually read it before. So that is the end of this video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope that I did okay. It's my first book haul. I'm sure there'll be more. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you next time. Hopefully not in a year. But yeah, anyway, have a good day. Bye-bye. So if you hear meowing and also if you hear meowing in the back, just know that that is